I feel like I could kill a person easier than an animal.
Oh, I'd love to kill a person.
I definitely dream about it more than I do dream.
That is a heavy word.
My teeth feel like fucking shit.
Why?
Because since going to the dentist, my teeth were absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I say absolutely fine, they weren't fine. But they felt fine. There was no pain, there was no issues in it.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And then he was like, you got to do 4 fillings, 2 extractions. And since then, I can't eat or drink right. I have to chew everything with my front teeth at the moment.
How long's that been?
6-7 weeks or something. He said, oh yeah, that's normal. And I went, normal that my teeth feel shit after giving you 800 quid?
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
It's just healing time, isn't it?
Yeah, but they weren't hurting before.
If you get a hip replacement, how do you think that's going to feel?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it would take a while for it to start feeling nice again.
The longevity is it's better for you.
The swelling and stuff. I just didn't really see teeth as the same.
Well, it is because you maintain your teeth and upkeep them and shit like that.
That's definitely why I was in that.
I always love when you go to the dentist and because the exact same things happen to me. And you sit back and they're like, "How are your teeth? And you're like, fine, no issues." And they look in your mouth and they're like, "Jesus Christ, they're not fine." And you're like, "Really?" And they're like, "Nope, not at all. You are fucked." And you're like, "Oh man."
Like, what's your diet? Have you been chewing gravel or something?
I remember the first time I went to the dentist in years. So like when I lived in Dundee, I went then, which was the first time since I was 16. So 16 to like 22, didn't go to the dentist. Went to the dentist in Dundee. They were pretty. I was pretty good then. You just need clean little one of those things. That was it. No fillings. I was like, sweet. I got off pretty good there. 6 years and nothing. And then waited like 3 years. Went in Birmingham and holes everywhere. I was fine though. I can't remember why I went. I just went for like a checkup and I thought, it's been years. I should probably go. And the guy was like, "You've got a lot of holes. You're fucked." I was just laid there. Now I'm fine. Like I don't feel anything. Got no irritation and holes everywhere. I think I had 3 fillings then. 4. First ever fillings I had.
I had fillings with, so I think most of my teeth have got fillings in.
Jesus.
Or a lot of them have.
You're old.
It's like the Terminator's mouth, isn't it? Yeah, by like a couple of years. You make it seem like I'm a fucking dad to you or something.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah, 3 years down.
Yeah. Not enough to do the damage I've done to my teeth, that's for sure.
That is true. I guess I've got a better diet than you. Well, better sugary diet.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Probably a better routine of cleaning your teeth, maybe.
That too. I don't favour sweet stuff, to be fair.
I just eat everything.
I'm way more into savoury.
If I have sweet, I want
sweet stuff.
I want savoury after. And then I want sweet after my savoury. And then I'm like, oh, better have something savoury to wash that down. It can become a problem where I just sit there all evening doing that.
That's cheese and chocolate.
Yeah. No, I just got to have a sandwich with some crisps, but I better have some pudding after that. This is after my tea. I should have some pudding after that. So I go, sandwich. And I go, you can't have a sandwich without having crisps. Put that with it. I better have some pudding with that. And I'd be like, I should probably have like another packet of crisps. That'll be good.
Jesus Christ.
You would have crisps on their own when you have a sandwich with it, right? So
it's like 5 sandwiches deep before midnight.
And I get myself so full that I fall asleep on the sofa and then don't brush my teeth and then wonder why there are big holes in my face.
This is a terrible thing to talk about because I'm really hungry right now.
Oh.
I'm really fucking hungry.
What, damaged teeth gets you hungry?
No, you describing sandwiches and crisps gets me hungry.
I'm not describing it. It's just a sandwich. You must be really
enough for me. I want to eat a sandwich now. That's how my brain works. You said sandwich and my brain went, oh, we should really eat a sandwich now, Daryl.
Let's talk about the Earl of Sandwich.
Oh, God. What's
that? I could eat him.
Oh, I would love like a cheese steak right now.
Like a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Imagine the world before sandwiches where people were just putting stuff on bread.
What? What do you mean?
Well, they had bread. Before sandwiches, there was still bread. But they didn't think to put another piece of bread over the top.
I very much think the sandwich and bread were invented really close succession.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I reckon it took a real genius to go, you know that piece you got on the bottom? You should put one of them on the top.
No, I reckon even before sliced bread, Like some guy will have ripped a bit of bread, put a bit of stew on it, and then went bit more bread to soak it up. Otherwise, I'm lifting liquidus drippiness.
That's true. And the second piece...
That's the technical term, liquidus drippiness. Towards the mouth cavity.
It sounds like a Harry Potter spell to make someone come.
Liquidus drippiness! That's cause. Yeah, that term could be applied to a lot of things. I'm referring to ejaculation, of course. And squirting. I don't discriminate.
No, but I do squirt.
Out my bum. I had horrific diarrhea last night. Horrific diarrhea.
Anything you ate or just randomly?
I had a kebab.
That'll do it.
It was my cheat day. I lost 6 pounds this week.
Nice. Hole in your pocket. Classic.
No, off my weight. Yeah, I lost 6 pounds this week. So it was my cheat day yesterday. Got a kebab. And I just shit myself really quickly.
It's probably 7 or 8 pounds down.
Oh, that's a good point. I should have weighed myself afterwards.
But extreme dehydration. But
like I normally when I what was I saying?
About diarrhea. Have you lost it this quick? You had a kebab.
Tired.
Cheat day. You lost 6 pounds.
So I normally shit myself quite a lot after like unhealthy food. Not shit myself. Like I'll go and I'll run to the toilet and be like, like just pure like liquid and just heavy like. But this one was like liquid, which is rare. Like I have loose movements.
Like it would have went through a sieve.
Yeah, but there's some chunks in there. This one was just water out my bum, which is rare. So it was really bad. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the meat or the chili sauce. I got quite a lot of chili sauce on it. But I'm normally good with all these things. I think it was just a bad time. I don't know. Maybe it's because I had vegetables all week and my stomach was like, what are you doing?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be linked to that.
Yeah.
Your body was like, evacuate this out.
Heavy fat. Yeah.
What kebab was it?
Mixed kebab.
Because I think that like with doner kebabs.
It was chicken and doner.
Because sometimes, the chicken ones are always fine. Never a problem with the chicken or the shawarma or any of that. But is it kofta? What's the one that comes off the spit?
Doner.
Yeah, that's doner.
Doner,
yeah. That one is kind of hit and miss. Sometimes it'll sit on me all right, and then sometimes it'll tear my insides
Because it's
up.
anonymous meat, isn't it? That's why, I think.
What is it?
It's
I
lamb.
thought it was lamb.
It's lamb, but...
It's not like a leg of lamb, is
What
it?
part of lamb is it? You don't fucking know.
What part of lamb comes in a tube?
Sometimes it's beef as well.
Maybe it's a Minecraft lamb, and that's why it's like a
I don't know
consistent
what that
shape is.
I'm not a loser.
I just meant they would have like real geometric shape to it.
Oh, okay.
So that when you chopped its head and its legs off, it would just be a perfect tube to stick a spit through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag vegan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I just find, they fuck me up sometimes. I didn't eat kebab for years because one fucked me up. I ate a big kebab and then just threw up everywhere and like at a friend's house.
Sounds like you had a bad one.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. I think they just come and go. Like sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones.
Yeah, I think that's all as well. I think it was a bad one. But yeah, I proceeded to shit myself, which leads me on to my morning. So I was horrific. I had 2 really loose, watery shits. So then I was like, right, I'm going to take some tablets. So I took some diarrhea tablets just to stop me from sitting on the toilet. And then I was then severely dehydrated. So I necked a load of water. This was just before bed. So I necked a load of water before bed and then put some water by my side. I drank it within the first 2 hours of sleep. And I kept waking up and I couldn't be asked to get up because then the dogs would get up. So I just powered through. And I woke up this morning completely fucking out of it. So Rasheen got up and then brought me here at fucking really early. So she got up at 7. I got up at 7:30. We left at 8. And I was just out of it. Really out of it. And she was talking and stuff. And I'd just be like, what? What did you say? And she kept on just saying, can you just wake up? And I was like, I'm so tired. Really tired right now. And it was clearly just dehydration. I was just really dehydrated. So she dropped me off at Greg's. And then I went and got... What? I needed but I was dehydrated. But I was also... I had a morning coffee. I need a morning coffee.
I ate some bad food. It really made my stomach go bad.
I got a pan of chocolate. instead of a bacon roll. So like kind of better. I don't know if it is.
Yeah, I suppose you could go, oh, yes, carbs for long-term energy.
I ate a pan of chocolate.
Sugar to bring my energy levels up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. I thought the chocolate will have sugar and that'll make me a bit like pepped up.
Yeah.
But
And how's that working out for you?
I'm pretty good right now. I think I need some more water still. But I'm awake. But I'm clearly more awake than I was this morning. But in Greg's, there was a queue. And in the queue, I was still zonked. And there was like a person in front of me and then two at the till, and there was a girl taking ages to like pick, and this is how how tired I was. I just got completely distracted by her hand like moving. I got like, it was like a zone of meditation, and I was just stood, no exaggeration, like that. Following up, like my mouth was fully open, just following this girl's hand, and then it was only about maybe 5 seconds. Just
you,
yeah, this was probably like 3 minutes.
Just staring at some girl in the queue, yeah,
just staring at her hand, and then her like making a decision. She was taking a very long time, and then the woman, the Greg's woman, then said like, "Have you made a decision yet?" And at that moment, I went like, came out of it. But at that moment, she was looking at me. She was dead. Like, she said to the girl, have you made a decision yet? But she, for some reason, I think she was looking at the girl and then just went like, because I was like right in the peripheral. And then when she said that, I was like that. And then just went, oh, and then looked at her and I had dead, and she was already looking at me, dead eye contact. And then she smirked. Because I was clearly just like, and then I went, huh? And like closed my mouth and woke up. And then, yeah, I was a bit embarrassed.
Let's just hope that she was thinking to herself, like, I hope he's probably ill. He's not feeling very well.
Yeah.
Not that he's just a really big pervert for hands.
It was bad. I was totally out of it. And then I had my coffee and I feel better now.
Nice.
Yeah.
My morning was pretty uneventful, other than me, obviously, eating a big box of super hot food and not being able to sit down well after shitting all day.
Yeah.
Isn't it mad that, like, you can be dehydrated in the middle of the night. You could wake up with like really bad dry mouth, but there's something in you that doesn't want to go get water. It must be like a thing that's like ingrained in us because no one wants to do it.
Yeah, it's just you're sleepy.
But
if
like,
you get up, you're kind of ruining your sleep pattern, aren't you?
But you know that you could just go downstairs, grab some water.
Downstairs? It's got the bathroom.
You drink bathroom water?
Do you not?
Nah.
What?
Why would you drink bathroom water?
Why would you not?
Because it tastes worse.
What? No, it doesn't. It's the same place.
When I was growing up, my bathroom water tasted completely different to the downstairs water.
I think that's just your head. Or like, well, you could have had a bad pipe or something.
Maybe. Yeah, I just chose that dirty pipe to clean myself in rather than drink it. But yeah, I think I grew up
over my whole body, but not in my mouth.
Yeah. I thought the amount of times I've said that. You can put it all over my body, just not in my mouth. Dad. So... Yeah, I think the water just tasted different upstairs than it did downstairs.
Have you tried drinking bathroom water as an adult?
I think I have like a mental like block thing that still thinks that it tastes different because I'm pretty sure it's the same water. It's just.
Do you know how to test this?
Just get a glass of each.
Just get a glass of each. Get one of the girls to do it. Mix the glasses up and then see if you can be like, "Oh, that one tastes shit."
I could tell anyway. One of them's brown.
That's not true.
No, it's not. No, but it'd just be funny if one of the waters was like the Fight Club water, where it's just awful.
That is bad, yeah.
That's a niche reference to water.
Yeah. Why was their water so bad? Let's get a plumber out.
Yeah.
Gross.
Surely one of the guys that was there was a plumber.
That's a good point.
They were dealing in soap.
But we didn't see the water later on.
Oh.
Maybe one of the guys was a plumber and he was like, I'm going to sort your water out, guys.
In the director's cut, there's a weird bit that looks like a porno where he's like, "I've come here to fix the water."
Just the guy we need. Do you want to come to this club and smash my face? Do I?
And then they high five.
But they can't talk about it.
No. So you had diarrhea last night and you're brave enough to do that?
I've took diarrhea tablets.
I've never taken diarrhea tablets.
I take diarrhea tablets all the time.
Diarrhea tablets sounds like something that would give you diarrhea.
No, that's laxatives. So diarrhea tablets are for when you've got diarrhea and you want to stop shitting yourself.
Oh, I take those.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah. So you take them. Yeah, you take diarrhea
I take the reverse of what you take. I have the looseners.
Oh, you have looseners. I've never took looseners. Ever.
Sometimes I'll have a big meal and take a couple because I know it's going to be a problem.
I've ate too much food, so I need to loosen these bowel movements.
It's a bread problem. It's definitely a bread problem.
What bread do you eat? For that?
I either eat very little to no bread or loads of bread. It goes in waves.
But how much is loads?
Like several loaves a day. Like a half a loaf or something, I don't know. Like a lot.
You just said several loaves a day. Do you mean slices?
Yeah, I was just joking about loaves.
Oh, right.
I was just exaggerating for comical purposes.
Comical effect,
Yeah, but like some days I'll be like well up for bread.
yeah.
But it fucks me every time. Like if I eat too much bread, I feel really tired.
I mean,
after.
yeah.
And I know it's going to bung me up real bad. So
no, it doesn't bung me up. I could definitely eat a loaf of bread in a day.
I could eat a loaf of bread. It's whether I'd shit for the next 3.
God, I'm so hungry right now.
You keep bringing it back to food.
Because I'm fucking hungry.
Sorry.
I need to get some filthy food after this now.
Yeah? What are you thinking?
Fucking... I don't know.
Something quick.
That's what my brain said, and I was like, I don't want something quick.
You want something good?
I know what's quick. I could smash a burrito again.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That wasn't quick, though. That burrito we had to do there. That was so good, though.
It was.
I might get a burrito. I might just commit to waiting.
Yeah?
Yeah, burrito.
Did you eat any haggis while you were in Scotland?
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Are
breakfast
you a
one
haggis
morning.
kind of guy?
You what?
Are you a haggis kind of guy?
I partake. It doesn't bother me. I'm not like, ugh, gross. Yeah.
I'm the same. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for it. Not unexcited.
Nah.
Just
I love black pudding.
same.
Yeah, black pudding's top tier. But haggis, it's all right. It's good.
If we go out for breakfast and they don't offer black pudding, I'm like, don't bother
Yeah.
offering the breakfast.
I'm very more that way inclined about hash browns.
Oh,
The
yeah.
breakfast ain't got hash browns. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
There's so many times I've looked at full English menus and there's been like, has all of these things and there's no hash browns. And I just think, what the fuck?
I think you need to offer all of it or none of it because, like, if bacon was missing, that's a problem.
It's called a full English.
Yeah.
Has to be full.
Not a 96% English.
Yeah, exactly.
All of it.
How do you stand on the tomato radar?
Yeah, I'll have some. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
I'll put loads of brown sauce on it so it tastes different.
I haven't tried that, but I might try that.
Yeah, I'll put it all over my beans as well.
I do like brown sauce beans.
I dip stuff into the beans and brown sauce. For someone who's hungry, we keep reverting back to food.
Hell, we do. Well, you asked me about haggis in Scotland.
How was the rest of Scotland? Bar the food.
We ate real good. Oh, what? We ate real good. We did eat good. What else did we do?
Tattooed, probably.
I just can't stop thinking about the food. The food was great. The best thing about Scotland is the food. That's the truth. The only thing I miss about Scotland's food. Genuinely.
What kind of foods are only there?
Oh,
You're
are
going to
you being
say...
serious?
Yeah.
Woo! Let's go for this then.
Yeah, okay.
Boom.
Scottish delicacies.
Haggis, obviously.
Yep.
So the chippies. So in a chippy in Scotland, the standard is obviously fish sausage, but then the standard you'll get a black pudding, a whole black pudding sausage, Savoy sausage.
What's a Savoy sausage?
The red one.
Bread one.
Red.
Red one?
Red.
Yeah. I've not heard of this sausage.
I haven't had one. I think it's like a hot dog. Some Scottish people are going to be fuming at me saying that. I think it's like a hot dog.
It's like a Frankfurter. Just shit. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's a red sausage. It's
But try one.
extra red.
Yeah.
Then they have a white pudding.
So I'm aware of white pudding. I don't know what white pudding is.
I don't know what it is.
No.
No.
But I eat anyway.
But you'll get white, red, black pudding and normal sausage battered, fish, burger, cheeseburger.
With the bun?
No, just the burger. A battered burger and a battered cheeseburger.
And then you put that between buns?
If you want to, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hell, that sounds
Yeah, you
good.
can get a battered cheeseburger roll.
Man, that sounds great.
I'm not even finished. King rib.
What's king rib?
So you know, like a rustler's rib sandwich.
Yeah.
That little bit of meat.
Yeah.
Fake rib. That.
I love that.
Battered. And then, not that this is the whole lot, but most chippies will do this. And then pizza crunch.
I know what pizza crunch is. I've not had one, but I'm aware of what pizza crunch is. Just make a pizza, put it in the batter, and then just chuck it all in together,
This
right?
is where you're getting confused.
Oh, dear.
They don't make a pizza. You know those horrible 10-inch Iceland pizzas with the tiniest amount of cheese and tomato sauce? That, cut in half, battered. Or you can get a whole one.
It does sound good. I'd prefer
Some places do make a whole
pizza,
and that's more of like a fancy thing. If you go to any chippy, they'll do a pizza crunch, and it'll just be one of those cheap, shitty pizzas. And it does sound shit, but it's so good because you're just eating battered dough. That's all you're eating, battered dough with the tiniest amount. You don't even taste the cheese and tomato. It doesn't even need it. You're just eating battered dough, and it's fucking phenomenal.
Man, imagine a battered parmo. How good that would be.
It does exist.
Batter in a whole parmo.
Yeah. Loads of places do it in Teesside. I've never had one.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I'm starving. So that's just the chippy delicacy. Out of them, if you go into any chippy in Scotland, they will have pizza crunch, probably black pudding, and definitely cheeseburgers and burgers. That's a
Does everywhere do the Mars bars as well?
No.
Oh.
That's a rare thing.
Oh. See, whenever you hear about like Scottish food, people immediately go for the battered Mars bar.
That's a delicacy. Like that was one of the next ones I was going to go to, but it's rare because I think they have to have different fryers. You can't obviously chuck a Mars bar in with like the other stuff. So most places are like, nah, fuck that.
I suppose because you want to have all of them running to make the most money from it, and if one of them only can do chocolate, it's kind of fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you get battered cream eggs? I heard rumours of a battered cream egg. You can get battered
everything. Like if you look hard enough, you can get literally battered everything in Scotland. They love battering everything. It's
including each
cake.
other.
I saw that the other day. Battered cake, slice of cake, just battered. I don't know if it's good, but yeah. So other Scottish delicacies. So yeah, the chippies is the main one. Munchie boxes. So munchie boxes have came down south a bit, but they were invented by Scotland. You know.
What's a munchie box?
So you haven't had a munchie box. Woo! You can get them all around here now. So if you like the sound of this, check it out. So a munchie box, originally, you would get it in those, you get it specifically in those takeaways that are kind of also Indians. Kebab shops that are also in, so they do pizza, kebab, chips, but then they'll also have an Indian like curry menu.
Yeah.
So it's very much that kind of restaurant. And all it is they'll do a pizza box, so like a 10-inch, 12-inch, whatever. Fill it with salad, chips, pita, doner kebab, chicken kebab, pakora, chicken pakora, and then sometimes onion rings. That's kind of the standard.
Mm.
But then depending on which one you go to, they'll all have their own little thing that they chuck in there as well. And you always get like sauce and drinks with it. And it's always like, well, back when I used to get them in Scotland before like inflation and stuff, it was like a $5 for like a 10-inch one, like 7 or 8 quid.
Nice.
It was very rare one would be a tenner. If one was a tenner, you'd be like, bit expensive. For a 10-inch box filled with food.
So northern.
But then, yeah, some of them would be, you'd have extra things. Like, my local in Dundee was called couscous, and for some reason, it did couscous.
I thought you were going to say it didn't do couscous.
No, it did. It was just like, it was a takeaway that did couscous. I think it was obviously, I don't know where the guys were from, but obviously that's a thing native to their country.
Morocco?
Probably. Maybe.
Morocco where couscous comes from?
I don't know. I have no idea. We can fact check it, but yeah.
Sure.
So they did couscous, but they did kebab and chips and all the normal pizza shit. But yeah, some of them munchie boxes had like a bit of couscous chucked in.
I like a bit of couscous. Yeah? Pretty partial to it. Why not? You'd have to waste time chewing.
Oh, I do love couscous.
Yeah.
This week, my diet has been the diet I'm doing is roasted veg and couscous.
Nice.
That's my meal prep I've been doing. Just tons of roasted veg of all varieties, and then just a fucking bag of couscous.
Any like meats or anything, or
no? With meal prep, we normally just do veggie. Trying to do our bit, so I can
save the planet.
Yeah. Then I smash a kebab on my day off. Yeah, munchie boxes are fucking great. But munchie boxes, right, this is the most exciting bit. So it was invented in these kind of shops, but in Scotland, you get them everywhere. Like fucking everywhere. That's the exciting bit. So like they started in like kebab shops / Indian, like I said, but then now you get them in Indians, Chineses, dessert places, chippies.
And they all do their own version
They
of
all
them.
do. It's the exact same thing. A pizza box filled with shit. But it's so if you go to a chippy, you get like fish, sausage, pizza, king rib, black pudding, chips, obviously, sauce. Fuck me. If you go to a dessert place, you get like crepes, waffles, brownies, ice cream. If you go to Chinese, you get spicy chips, noodles, salt and pepper chicken, prawn toast, ribs. Oh, God, it's good.
This is blowing my mind.
Scotland, honestly, is fucking on point with their food.
I see that kind of stuff on an Instagram story or something, when you're just going through and then someone's got a big tray of just all random shit. I'm like, what the hell do you call that? Where do you get that from?
So down here, I know for a fact you can get... So Chinese munchie boxes are a big thing down here. I've had a few of them. They seem to have caught on more than other places. A few kebab shops will do them. But if you go on Just Eat and you put munchie box, I guarantee in your area there will be at least 4 or 5 that are doing munchie boxes. Majority will be Chinese.
That sounds fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm well up for that.
But in Scotland, everywhere. And it's fucking glorious.
I'm always about variety.
The best bit is it's cheap. They always just do them cheap. That's the best bit. I think because obviously the things they put in they're cheap shit.
And probably if you've got an abundance of one thing and you're like, this is all going to go soon, you're going to use that stuff.
Like we've said in the past on the podcast, the Chinese munchie boxes, they're not going to put fucking duck in it.
Yeah.
You're never going to get duck. You're not going to get the expensive cuts. It's going to be cheap. It's going to be mainly chips.
Yeah.
You always get lots of chips, but guess what the best part of takeaways are? Chips! We all love chips.
We do. Miller and Carter aren't doing a munchie box.
My stomach is going off right now. I'm so fucking hungry. The more I'm talking, I'm just like, fuck, put something in me. Jesus.
I can put something in you, but it ain't going to fill you up. Hello.
Oh, so hungry.
And you're not allowed to chew it.
What else is Scottish delicacies? So yeah, munchie boxes are a big part of it. God, they do that good. What was the other one? There was another one I had in my head. So at kebab shops, right? I don't know if this is just a Dundee thing, right? Because when I was in Dundee, all the kebab shops did this. So it might not be a Scottish delicacy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I only ever had it in Dundee. But in Dundee, right? If you go to a kebab shop and you get a kebab or whatever, and you want chili sauce, right? If you're let's play the game. If you're down south and you say to the boss man, "Can I get some chili sauce?" What's he going to do?
He's going to put chili sauce on it.
Where's it going to come from?
A chili sauce bottle.
Chili sauce bottle. Is it cold?
Probably.
Yeah,
it's probably come out of the little fridge bit.
Cold, yeah.
Where all the salad
or it's
is.
lukewarm at best.
Or it's on the top. Yeah,
and it's a bottle bought from Costco, probably. Maybe watered down, standard.
Yeah.
In Dundee, they have a hot vat of fresh chili sauce. And they just ladle it on your kebab.
Amazing. That does sound good.
It's phenomenal. When it was Andrew. When Andrew first described it to me, I was like, "That sounds disgusting. I want not." And I don't like chili sauce on my kebab, so I was like, "I don't get normal chili sauce. It's too hot." And he's like, "No, this is it's not even hot. It's just like a flavorful liquid that's called chili sauce, and it has a bit of chili in it, obviously, but it's more like sweet and tomatoey. It's
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Imagine ketchup, not even ketchup. Imagine a tomato
watery
passata.
Yeah,
I mean, a watery tomato base with sweet chili sauce. That is definitely the best description. Bit of kick, but super fucking sweet. Imagine that combined with a bit of water and broth, and then
maybe some garlic in there as well.
Oh yeah, and then they just ladle it on, and it's always hot and steamy because it's always in a vat that's just kept on the side, like gravy would be or curry sauce. It's the same thing in Scotland. They just. I don't know if that's a Scotland thing, but I only ever saw it in Dundee and I never had it in Dundee. I've never tried to have it anywhere else. But,
I think I've seen it.
Oh, it's so good, though.
I have a feeling I've probably been given it at some point.
Yeah.
Just I've never thought it was as notable as you have.
But I've never, ever experienced it down south. Every time I've been can I get chili sauce? It's always just...
The hard part of my southern perspective in general is I moved up here when I was like 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, but you still have an idea of...
Some stuff.
You've eaten a lot of food in 19 years.
What are you saying?
So the other Scottish delicacy... Sorry to stop you crying, I don't give a shit. The other Scottish delicacy is chippy sauce. This is something I do not partake in, and it's fucking disgusting, to put it bluntly. This is a Scottish delicacy that is vile, and I think most people agree with this. Even Scots are like, yeah, chippy sauce is a bit weird, mate. And then you'll get the odd one who's like, it's ours, it's great, and they love it and they're really into it. Chippy sauce is literally brown sauce, vinegar combined, and then they just blah, all over everything. Just chippy sauce, just cover it.
Why would they water it down? Brown sauce is banging. I'm a big
because I think they use it in a similar way that we use like vinegar.
That's wild.
So it's like
just use vinegar.
Yeah, it's just a stronger vinegar, a sharper vinegar. So they just cook, and then salt, and then eat it. It's disgusting. I had it once now. That's fucking vile.
Yeah, just put brown sauce and vinegar on it.
Just don't have brown sauce. I don't fuck with brown sauce on chippy at all.
Do you not?
No.
Yeah, see, I'll still go brown sauce.
You probably love it then.
Yeah. Maybe I would.
Yeah, it's
because
for me,
I like that
brown sauce. The only place I put brown sauce is full English, really, or bacon, sausage. I mean, that's the vibe.
I choose brown sauce over ketchup constantly.
Oh, cheese on toast as well.
Cheese on parents.
Nah, I always favour brown sauce. I'm not because lean parents is like Worcestershire sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like fish bits.
Fish bits.
It's from fish. I don't know quite. It's obviously I don't eat fish, but I do still have.
You don't eat fish?
No.
You don't eat any fish?
No.
Really?
I haven't eaten fish for ages.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Since I watched Seaspiracy, I was like, I'm not eating fish anymore. That looks fucking disgusting.
Don't watch Cowspiracy then.
Yeah, I did, but I've watched Cowspiracy and it's really boring. Like, cow is in the title, and then they talk about water for what seems like forever, which is all legitimate points, but when are we going to get onto the cow? Like, if they took me to a slaughterhouse, I'd probably become a vegan immediately.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The only thing keeping me eating meat is my own ignorance. Actually, not even fully ignorance, because I know what goes on in there. I've seen it. I've been to a Morrissey gig. I've seen all the insides of it. Yeah. Like, if we went back to prehistoric times and I had to start cutting open animals to eat them, I'd be like, I'm going to pick berries with them. I'm not about that at all.
It sounds like you probably should be vegan.
Yeah, I should be.
Well, why don't you?
Because meat's delicious. And all the good things have meat attached to them.
Yeah, but you could find alternatives.
I do eat a lot more vegetarian now. Like, one of the kids being vegetarian helps out loads because there's no point making loads of extra meals. And we all kind of lean the same way. We'd all prefer not to be eating as much. So we eat a lot of vegetarian meals. No one in the house eats fish. I don't think at all.
Why don't you just go the full hog?
That's a lovely phrasing for it. I'm going to go the whole hog.
Didn't even mean to do that.
I'm going to go whole hog and go vegan.
Wasn't even meant to be a pun.
I didn't realise you were that into puns. And then you've done one now, and the bar's quite high. You've set it well for what you're willing to put out there.
I don't like puns.
Except big pun.
I feel like all you can do now is try and drop puns in.
Why would I do that?
I'm waiting for a pun. I'm waiting for you to do a pun. But it sounds like you probably should go vegan if you're that conscious about it.
Yeah.
I'm very much in the... I don't really care.
The thing part I do care about is if I have like a bacon sandwich in the morning, and then so I have like probably a chicken sandwich. I'm going to keep eating sandwiches this day. And then I have like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich in the evening. 3 separate animals died so that I could have 3 different meals.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. Because I wouldn't have killed those 3 animals. I might have killed a chicken. They're fucking assholes, aren't they? Pretty boring, aren't they? I don't even know if I could kill a chicken.
I don't know if I could. I can't say I confidently could.
I feel like I could kill a person easier than an animal.
Oh, I'd love to kill a person.
I definitely dream about it more than I do dream.
That is a heavy word. I dream about killing people.
Like, whenever I fantasize about it.
Yeah. I do too.
It'd be like a little
safe
animal that's
space.
just all like, oh, I'm just a little animal. You're so big and strong in comparison to me. It's really complimentary chicken. Like, it's really nice. You're so handsome and big and courageous. And I'm so weak and frail and stupid with a little tiny brain. Your brain's all big and wonderful. Like, I feel bad killing that.
Yeah.
But if someone had all the same opportunities as me and still don't put their phone on silent.
Yeah, that's true.
Just seems easier.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, if I couldn't kill the animal to eat it, then should I be eating it?
Yeah.
That's the big question.
That is the debate.
I guess it changes on the circumstances, though.
I think more than anything, if it bothers you, like if you have a conscious conversation about it in your head and it bothers you, you probably shouldn't eat it.
It doesn't bother me that much.
Okay.
Not enough.
Yeah.
It's close.
Well, clearly.
It's close.
Yeah.
But not enough. It's like 60-40.
Yeah. Doesn't bother me at all, really.
There is a lot of vegetarian and vegan meals that I enjoy.
Oh, same.
I definitely eat a lot more vegetarian than I do meat meals now.
Yeah, same. Which is more just out of laziness. It's so much easier to cook vegetables.
Yeah. It's less ingredients as well to think about.
Yeah, if you undercook a vegetable, you're like, oh, well, that's a bit hard.
That's hard now.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate hard
It's not,
vegetables.
it's a bit undercooked, I'm going to die.
I like my vegetables soggy as fuck.
Same.
Like,
Same.
all of them.
So the vegetables I had this week were roasted. I think I already said that. But they were like 40 minutes to an hour roasted. And obviously for potatoes, perfect. But then I put everything at the same time.
See, even then, 40 minutes to an hour on a potato, I still want that boiled for 20 minutes before that goes in the oven.
So, I chop my potatoes to like literally this big.
Ah, see, I like a big roast potato.
No.
I like a potato in quarters.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'll split it into eighths.
That's
Eighths, yeah. So cut it down, turn that on half, down. So turn it into 8 pieces.
So just to fuck with you even more, right? So I got new potatoes.
What's wrong with the old potatoes?
I meant the little ones. I got little potatoes.
Yeah.
I know you did. And I cut them into quarters. I bet you wouldn't even half them, would you?
That's like cutting a grape in half. Do you cut grapes in half?
No,
I don't, because I can't chew
I
them.
don't roast my grapes either.
You should. I don't know what that would taste like. Like a raisin, I'd imagine.
Like a raisin. That's what it would taste like.
Eaten for the very first time. I don't know why that was.
Ooh, I wonder if you roasted grapes with like potatoes, they'd go like super sweet.
Or you'd have like a wine sandwich. Wine fritter.
Oh, we've talked about his food. I'm so hungry. But yeah,
why do you have your potatoes so small?
I like them super crispy.
Man, that was
but my favorite bit is the crispy, crunchy skin. So the maximum amount of crispy, crunchy skin, I cut them all smaller.
That's what I'm aiming
You
for
get
too.
more skin,
Nah, see, I'm still getting all that crispiness from the big one.
but you're not.
Oh, because there's not as much surface area.
See?
And yeah, it's the same as like grated cheese. Like grated cheese tastes better than sliced cheese because of the increased surface area.
What?
That's why grated cheese tastes better than regular cheese. Because there's more
it?
surface area of the cheese, so there's more flavour.
In what circumstance are you referring to?
Grated cheese versus sliced cheese?
No, but are we talking like just a mouthful of either?
Yeah, I mean,
like
even
dry-
like that. A sandwich, like if you had a grated cheese sandwich, a bit more extra prep, but it's considerably better than slicing cheese and putting it in a sandwich. It's like infinitely better.
I don't notice too much of a difference, to be honest.
I pretty much grate the cheese all the time. That's why I got one of those cool like handle ones where you can just burn through grating cheese.
Oh, you did show me that. It did look pretty cool.
It's so shit. It's so shit. It looks well better than it is. Like it comes off the side, like it's supposed to have like a suction thing. It comes off of that. The top unscrews and pops off all the time. The handle falls off. Keeping it together is harder than grating the cheese. Like you got like a foot on the side trying to hold it together, like trying to turn it a certain way so that it actually comes out.
The only time I grate cheese or use grated cheese is when it needs to be put in something where it needs to melt down quick.
Jacket potato or like that kind of thing.
Lasagna, jacket potato, like a roux.
Yeah.
Or like a bechamel or a cheese sauce. Do you know what I mean? If I'm putting cheese in that, obviously I need to mix it and it needs to melt down.
It needs to melt fast.
Put slices in, it's not going to melt.
Yeah.
But for like cheese on toast or sandwiches, I use a peeler.
Oh man, you're playing yourself. You need a grate it for the toasty. Definitely need a grate it for the toasty.
Nah.
Just gets a much more even melt.
I find no, but see, my issue with grated cheese on cheese on toast is you have to sit and fiddle with it to get it to all the edges.
You do have to do that, yeah.
And that annoys me. Whereas if you just slap some slices down and layer them, you get a good thick amount and it covers the whole thing then. And every bite then has cheese.
What about if you put thin layers of the cheese on first to make sure you've covered the perimeter of the bread, and then put grated in the middle? Because that's where you want the real thing.
Yeah. Okay. But then you double in my workload.
But it's the same tool. You could just
use the peeler. No, I use a peeler. Potato peeler.
Like a potato peeler?
Potato
you don't mean like the peeler side of the grater?
No, I mean potato peeler. I get my potato peeler out, get my cheese block and just go...
I've never eaten cheese that thin.
So it gets it really nice and thin, which melts quicker. It just gets it, yeah.
I like it coming off in like blocks, like centimetre blocks.
Oh, God, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, we're not really helping that. I think I'm hungry too. I think that's why this keeps happening.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
I'm going to smash something the minute this episode's done.
through rage of just being that hungry. Smash
I'm not even going to lie, my brain just thought, should I order something on delivery while we're recording? You're just talking, I'm just going to make this order. Just so the minute this is done, it's boom.
If you make a cheese toasty, do you, like say you're putting it in the grill, right? You ain't got a toasty maker. Maybe you're just doing it in the grill.
No.
Do you put cheese on top of it as well?
No. I make my cheese toasties on a pan. That's my go-to.
Or did you butter both sides so that you get like a French toast kind of fried to it?
Well, no, I put the butter in the pan.
Same thing though.
Like move it around. Yeah.
Let the bread soak it up and fry.
Soaks it up and fries, yeah. Flip. So I don't do toasties, I do a grilled cheese vibe.
Yeah, man.
I'm more of a grilled cheese. I used to love it. At my parents' house, we had a toasty maker. I used to love that. The ones where you pressed it, because you can be more creative. If you put beans in a grilled cheese, it just falls out the sides.
Yeah, it comes out the sides of it.
It's the pressure of pushing it down, and you can put more shit.
You need that crimp.
I mean, when I say more shit, I'm pretty much referring to just beans. I don't think there's any other liquidous thing I would put in.
I had cheese toasty yesterday. That's how much
gravy. Maybe gravy. My brain was still thinking. Imagine like thick gravy just in the middle of a cheese toasty and then you press it all down.
Man, I love chips, cheese and gravy.
Same. Poutine basically, isn't it?
Is that what that's called?
Well, poutine is it's Canadian. It's chips, gravy and cheese curds. I had a poutine twice in Scotland, sorry. It's great.
Poutine sounds like the kind of thing you would say for your shitting routine. Well, that's really come off the poutine. Last night after you took a shit. That's not part of my scheduled poutine.
It does sound like some kind of motion, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I poutined the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, would you mind just poutining that for me? I just can't be asking.
Yeah, I might start saying that. Rasheen, I just poutine. It would make sense because poutine is liquidous.
Yeah.
With chunks, so...
Last night I got so poutined.
I'm going to start phrasing that. Whenever I do a liquid shit, I'll bet poutined.
Just make it the word for, like the thingamabob. The thingamajig. I can't remember what it is. I'll pass us the poutine. I can't think of the name of it. Give me the poutine.
Oh, I wish I could get some poutine.
It almost sounds like a medicine and a drink at the same time. It's such a versatile sounding word.
It's delicious as well. You should try it.
Oh, you should really poutine that bit.
There's a place in Trinity Kitchen that does it.
Oh, nice.
Called Spud Bros.
Spud Bros.
Yeah.
That was one of the suggestions for the podcast name, wasn't it? Possibly, Potato Boys.
Potato Boys,
Spud. It was something like that.
Spud Brothers? I don't know. But, their poutine is banging. Pretty good. And I've been to Canada, so I know my shit.
Is that relevant?
It's Canadian.
Oh, right, okay. So it is relevant.
I did already say that earlier in the episode. I think the people at home will agree that I did say it's Canadian.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
I know you weren't. Clearly.
Yeah.
Again. Jesus.
I just thought that's how you justified how much you like stuff.
I've been to Canada. Imagine if I said that about anything.
I'm pretty sure that's blown out on that tattoo. I have been to Canada.
Just anything in my life, I've been to Canada. just walk away. And everyone just, what the fuck's he on about?
I can organise a dinner party. I've been to Canada. I know how to wipe my own ass. I've been to Canada.
It'd be even better if I just changed the location.
Each time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my way around the kitchen. I've been past Sri Lanka at least once.
I know how to paint a wall. I've been to Morocco. Of course.
As long as they absolutely don't make sense.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. Like if you said, "Oh yeah, of course I know how to make a curry. I've been to India."
Yeah, if you said,
like,
if you said, "I know good poutine. I've been to Canada," obviously that makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless I'm sat next to you because you're a fucking idiot
who didn't even listen properly to understand. That's what I thought you were just bragging.
Exactly.
Of course I know how to tie my shoelaces. I've been to the Dominican Republic. Of course I can carve a chicken. I've been to Turkey.
Oh, that's kind of a...
It's close enough that it sounds wrong, but also right in a weird way.
No, I can't think of any like that.
No.
There's none of those like that.
Yeah, I was trying to think, Yeah, I know how to do a shopping trip. I've been to Iceland.
Ah, that's good.
It's getting closer.
Yeah. Is that a pun?
No. No. Of course I'm into recycling. I've been to Greenland. There are some.
You're good at this.
Yeah, there are some that are available.
That's good. I like that.
Never say Netherlands.
What? It's not even the same. What?
I try everything. I've been to Holland. That kind of works though, because there is a lot of stuff to do in Holland.
There's a lot of stuff to do everywhere you can go in the world.
Like Antarctica.
Yeah, there's tons of shit to do.
The middle of the ocean.
Tons of shit to do there.
Yeah, like drown or swim.
Yeah.
Or be eaten by a shark. Yeah, there is a lot of things.
Exactly.
Oh, of course I know that. I've been to the ocean.
If you dive deep, there's tons of shit.
Is that a pun?
What?
If you dive deep. There's tons of shit. Like a deep dive into something. As if you've investigated it.
My brain went in a tangent then because I was like, can you dive without going deep?
Yeah.
Can one dive? But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you can just dive into like fucking a meter of water, can't you?
Yeah. You could dive into solid ground if you want. And if you've played Tomb Raider...
I would love to see that.
Most of my childhood was spent making Lara Croft climb to high things and then swan diving off.
Yeah, I enjoyed that as well.
My favourite thing to do would be to go onto my brother's saved game and then I'd go on his, climb to the highest place I could climb, swan dive off, and then just press start and save it. So the next time he loaded it, it just loaded to bang every time.
That is great.
Yeah.
I like that.
Does that say a lot about me?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
When I used to play The Sims, I think I've probably told you this before, that when I play The Sims, I used to always encourage them into the kitchen and then block the doorway off and fill it up with ovens. So then the house set on fire and then they died.
Hilarious.
On Sonic the Hedgehog, I just walked off ledges.
There's a theme here, Kier.
That last one's not true.
Murder and suicide.
When me and Lara play, you know, the 2-player version of Mario, the 2-dimensional one, you can pick each other up. We like picking each other up and throwing them down holes.
Jesus.
It's funny.
Murder.
Con, you must have done that.
It's not funny.
But you must have done
You
it.
shouldn't joke about murder.
You've been to Puerto Rico. Surely you must have done it.
I have not been to Puerto Rico.
No, nor have I.
Looks good, though.
It does.
Bet the food's banging.
Yeah, because it's like a melting
I
pot.
brought it back around to food.
Straight round to food.
Straight around to food.
But it is like a melting pot of a lot of different cultures in quite a condensed area. So there probably is shit tons of good food.
What's near Puerto Rico?
The rest of South America? Is it in South America? Because it's part of the 50 states of America and the United States of America.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm saying.
part of
What are the American states near it?
I don't even know where it is.
Because obviously under it is South America.
If you showed me a map and said where to point at, it would be a complete guess.
Why would I know that?
I don't know. I could probably point to where America is, but it confuses me because I know what America looks like in isolation.
Yeah.
Because you always see the 50 states in isolation.
Yeah.
You don't realise there's loads tagged onto the bottom and the top of it.
Yeah. It's fucking ginormous.
Yeah.
But then you always just see this little bit of it.
Do you think it's mad that one of the states you have to go the whole way through Canada to get to?
Excuse me?
That's where Alaska is, isn't it? Alaska's the other side of Canada, isn't it?
I don't know.
I could really be fucking this up.
It's a good thing I don't know my geography. Because I do not.
Yeah, my geography skills aren't great.
Mine's terrible. I have no idea.
But I'm pretty sure that it's not that cold at the top of... I was about to guess what's on the top part of America.
North America?
States-wise. I mean, that's cheating.
Oh, states-wise?
Yeah.
I'm not even
Nope.
to know.
No.
New York's high. I've been there. I would know. I've been to New York. I don't think it's... I don't even think it's high. There's a few things above it, to be fair.
I'm pretty sure you have to go through Canada to get to Alaska.
I know that Boston is north of New York.
Yeah.
No, I know that.
Which is
that is true.
Massachusetts. Not easiest to say, is it?
Massachusetts. No, it's not, to be fair.
No.
Change your name. Shit name.
They like those. Mississippi. Kind of. I mean, they named that after how you put the space between numbers when you're counting, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They thought that's such a good technique, we'll name a fucking state.
I know that. I've been to Egypt, so.
And they love counting.
They do. That's where we got our number system from. Yeah.
Really?
Probably.
Wow.
What
Egypt
happens
is
is
old.
that I watched so much QI when I was younger that half the facts are in there. Not like half as in half of the total amount of them. All of them are in there, but only half of each fact. So I could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure that our number system come from Egypt.
Or Greek. I feel like both of them could be true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They could be.
Yeah. If you told me confidently we got our entire number system from Egyptians, ancient Egyptians, I'd go, cool. If you said ancient Greeks, I'd go, also cool.
What places would you not believe it?
This could get wildly.
I know. As soon as I said it, I thought, this is a setup for this to go very downhill.
I'm just going to say it. My first thought was Vikings. If you said Vikings thought of the number system, I'd go, did they?
You don't think Vikings could count?
No. Nope. I don't think any of them nowadays can count.
We're going to send some boats to conquer that island. How many are we sending?
That many.
A lot, a little, some. Some is how many? Is this enough? Add more to that amount of them that you've got. Do you want to give a percentage? What's a percentage?
Oh, that's fucking great.
It's like part of the whole.
Okay, maybe they can count. I'll allow that, I guess.
I always would never comment. Like, if someone lost a finger, they'd be like, looks like he's got all his fingers.
Yeah. All
of them that he has.
Some, none. That's all you need. All, some, and none. More and less. That's all some, more. All, some, none, more, less. All you need.
Yeah.
I reckon you can get by with that.
If you knew all of that, you'd be able to eat at most buffets in the world.
It would take
as long as you knew that in the
longer.
language.
It would take longer to do everything, but you could get by. The ships thing. How many ships do you want? More than that. You come back later, there's more. I want more than that. Come back later, there's more. Too many. Less. And then the person will go, all right, so I had this mate, so we'll take... It's so hard to talk about.
What if they're talking about it like in multiples of 3 every time they do more? So you go more and like 3 more come, but you only want 1 more. So you go less and they take 3 away. No, more than that, but more less than the other.
More than when I said more the last time, but less than when I said it this time.
It's weird to think that numbers ever had to be invented.
Yeah, fuck me. What happened with our numbers?
People just went, that is a collection of stuff.
When were numbers invented?
Oh, it's going to be a very, very long time ago.
Must be like Egyptian.
When I say the Egyptian, I think I mean the numbers they use are the same kind of symbols that we use. Like, as in, people were still using numbers. They just didn't have names for the numbers. They still had fingers. Like, people go, how many? And you could still do this. And people would be able to go, that many. But they wouldn't have they must have had numbers.
That is a good point.
Because you you recognize numbers. Like even as a caveman, if you're out hunting, you'd be able to recognize numbers of people or animals. Like you wouldn't go, there's one boar over there or there's loads of boars over there. Surely there must be a way of saying 2 went that way.
You just said 1.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like there must be, 1 must have been the first number. I'm going to put my stake in the ground and say 1 must have been the first number.
Why?
Because nothing comes at, the Bible where everything's in pairs on Noah's Ark. We go, we put 2 of everything on. But they had to put 2 on because there's only 1 of everything, but they're the male and female of the species.
This is hurting my head hard. This is too much thinking. I really want to know when I reckon ancient Egypt. What was before ancient Egypt?
A lot. Like a serious amount.
But like human development.
Oh, when I'm saying Egypt, I mean as in just the symbols.
What?
Numbers must have been one of the first bits of language.
Yeah, I'm over this conversation. I'm just talking about ancient Egypt now.
Right, okay.
What was before ancient Egypt?
More ancient Egypt.
No, but they were the first civilization, weren't they?
No, I mean as in more ancient, as in not more of them, but more ancient than that Egypt, because Egypt was still there. And there were people still there.
No, but I'm referring to ancient Egypt, the pyramids.
Are you on about just civilizations?
Civilizations, yeah.
I don't have this knowledge.
Why not?
Because I'm thick cunt.
Where do Vikings? Vikings are way later, aren't they?
Yeah, like a serious amount later.
They were colliding with Romans.
Don't know.
Maybe Romans.
For the amount of documentaries I watch about this stuff, you'd think it would stay in my head.
It's hard to retain the knowledge, isn't it? Timelines are hard.
Yeah.
Geography's hard.
Knowledge is hard.
Maths is hard. All these things are really hard.
Yeah, and you'd know. You've been to Ireland.
I would not. I'm really trying to think what could be before. Obviously, biblical was after. Yeah, biblical was way after.
Way after, yeah.
Way after.
I don't know the numbers. So, if I was to guess, I think Egyptians is 6,000 years ago. 7,000 years ago.
That's about right. I was about to say, I think from...
Mayans. Mayans are older than Egyptians.
Mayans!
We finally found someone who is older.
Are they older?
They're a longer period.
Not?
Oh, mate, if it's
what
not.
if they're not?
Oh, I'll be furious.
I love how excited we got. Mayans!
We thought of another old thing. I don't know where they land though. Tune in next week for the timeline of some other shit we don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
Man, this is why we can't have experts on, because our questions will be so thick. But I'm an expert in Egypt, and when did that happen?
You don't even know that.
Did they do numbers before then?
I need to Google it. I'm sorry, I'm breaking the rule. I need to Google when Mayans were.
I watched about 3 hours worth of documentaries on the Mayans over the weekend. And
are you being serious?
None of it is in there. None of it.
Oh, wow, there's so many.
So many, yeah, because there's the classic period and then there's the pre-classic.
So there's middle pre-classic, late pre-classic, early classic, and late classic. So if we're just going from that, you've got... Oh, Mayans are way after Egyptians, if my facts are correct. So you've got 900 to 300 BC. So 900
3,000 years ago.
900 BC all the way to 900 AD.
It's well after.
So it's a long span, but 900 BC. But then let's do Egyptians. I swear Egyptians are 3,000 BC. Yep.
Up to 3,000.
4,300 BC was so that's the start of the ancient Egyptian timeline.
My mind's going so blank to think of who was before that. I suppose, though, that we do look at... This is terrible. It looks like you're about to take a photo of me, then.
No, I'll just use my first time.
Here's a picture of a thick cunt.
What predates Egyptian?
A lot. I'd love it if you typed it in and it just said a lot after. Do you need to do the thing where it changes it to a voice and tells you?
This just says, yet long before that, about 9,000 BC, enigmatic Neolithic peoples flourished. I'm not even Googling that.
No, that sounds like we're going to go into a very deep rabbit hole.
I don't have an idea what that is. I don't even repeat it. Enigmatic Neolithic. What the fuck is that?
Really
what on earth
old.
is that?
Really old.
So that's 9,000 BC, which would be 11,000 years ago. Wow, that's a long time.
BC is before Christ, right?
Before Christ, yes. We measure all of our time via Christ.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, because how many years are before that?
Fucking loads.
That's how you know Christians
Literally
won everything.
millions. Yeah, Christians won.
Yeah.
They won the fucking religion war, if there was one.
I think Jewish people are secretly counting their own years still. Pretty sure they are. But everyone else just like, yeah, we're going to base all of history on it being before that.
Yeah.
It's so hard to work in negative as well. Like, as soon as it goes below zero, it makes it well harder for me.
Do you know what's bad?
What?
I'm an atheist, right? And I think, like, fuck that. Like, fuck the fact that we do our entire time via Christ. I think that's ridiculous and very disrespectful to every other religion. However, I don't want to change it. What would we change it to? What's the alternative? Let's have this conversation. What is the alternative to time? Well, how would we measure it? Because the only alternative would either be the alternative would have to sectionalize things. Probably give them names, I think would be alternative. Like
the mine thing where it's like classic, pre-classic.
Exactly. But you can't say that until after the fact.
Yeah. And you can't base year one as being when the Big Bang happened. I was about to chuck out a number, but then I realised
we don't know it.
I don't know it.
No, but we don't know it. It's rough. Everything's rough.
It's pretty good.
The only thing that is, well, not certain, but the only thing that's certain is it's 2,000 since, like, apparently there was a day Christ was born or whatever, and we're like, yeah, then 2,000 years. That's what we're on now.
And everyone that was born before that, who could have been 30 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, when was your birthday?
Minus
30.
that.
You were born
Go
minus
back.
30. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. But then it's like...
But it wasn't named that. When was it changed to that? Because it wasn't at year zero that they went, let's start counting the years. Surely it wasn't.
What did they say before that?
They must have had something. People must have been measuring time prior to...
Well, 2000 BC. Sorry. 2000... Jesus Christ. 0 BC, that's what I was looking for. 0 BC. They definitely had time, calendars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were still
they had
days.
farming, so they knew months and days and times of the year and stuff like that.
The months are from
that was
Romans.
well established. Yeah.
Because...
Were Romans before Christ? They were, weren't they?
Yeah, because they're the ones that killed
They're
him.
the one that fucked him up.
Yeah. Yeah, and also they were rampaging through England around that time.
Naughty boys.
Yeah.
Or were we naughty boys?
I think we were all pretty much keeping to ourselves back then. Because I think things were pretty, like, primitive.
Oh, yeah, wasn't the English Empire built off the Roman Empire?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, fuck me, I don't know anything.
And then, because that's where Boudica comes in.
Fucking who?
Boudica. I'm going to sound really smart, but I only learned about this last night because I'd not heard who the fuck she was either.
Who's Boudica?
Around 100 AD, so year 100-ish.
After death, yes.
That's not what it stands for.
What does it stand
It
for?
should stand for that, but it doesn't. It's like Ablodominus or something. Check it, but I always called it after death, but that's not actually what it is. I think it's the Latin for after death. We say BC before Christ, and then the one after is the Latin for after death, I think.
Wait, right. Was BC before he was born or before he died? Before he was born.
It's got to be before he was born. So he must have been born year zero.
There wasn't a fucking... He lived for a bit, didn't he? So there's not like...
He died in his 30s?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died in his 30s.
I mean, he wasn't real, so...
He was real. He happened. That guy existed.
Did he?
If I was going to put my money somewhere, I'd put my money on that guy definitely existed.
Yeah, obviously.
But then all the stories were exaggerated over time and changed and molded because the first writings about Jesus aren't
Well, obviously he existed, otherwise we wouldn't have fucking this stupid BC, fucking whatever it is, I don't know.
Well, all the books of the First Testament are all written by people who apparently knew him and knew his story. So it was the same story several different times by different people's perspectives, but none of them were alive whilst Jesus was alive. So it would be like your granddad knowing someone and then they're all dead, and then you write about his experience as if you were the first person view on it.
Fuck me, that's
yeah. But so his stories must have been being passed along for a while before they were even written down.
Oh, yeah.
So you can exaggerate things hugely.
Well, of course they're going to big it up, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, people don't believe, like, normal sound and shit. But yeah, so I think it was, like, around 100 that the Romans were all through the UK. And they used to keep the king and the queens of places the same so that it all just ran smoothly. So they'd be in control of it, but you can still have your people in power, but they're not. They're just there to make your country keep running. And then they would build their stuff around so that they could slowly mingle the cultures to take them over almost like a slow way.
Who's Boudica?
So Boudica was the queen at the time. I'm going to fuck this up royally. She was, she was the queen at the time.
Royally.
And was kind of going along with it. But then things started going downhill massively the more the Romans influenced the culture and things. And then she stood up against them. This is all so loose. But I think she stood up against them, so they repaid her by beating the shit out of her and then assaulting her children in front of her in the bad way.
Ooh.
So,
Jesus.
yeah, it's brutal.
Okay.
So then as, like, Mother Scorned, she created this massive uprising of 150,000 people. Damn. Went down to Colchester where the capital was that the Romans had set up, killed everyone in there, every single person died, and then set it on fire. And if you go to Colchester now and dig, there's a layer in the soil where it's just torched everywhere across this area. And it's like, It's got a name like Boudica's Devastation or something like that. Devastation layer.
Sounds like a metal band.
Yeah, it does. She went on to the next city, the next biggest city, burnt that all the way down to the ground. Next biggest city, burnt that all the way down to the ground, killing everyone.
Fuck.
And then the Romans came from the other side of the country after hearing this was happening. And she got caught in like a valley and they just all got slaughtered. Damn. But yeah, she's like one of the most famous war generals to never get a mention. But she's like in places. There's like statues of her in London and stuff.
Oh.
It's not taught widely.
Yeah.
But this is a boss bitch. This woman's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that happens to you, like,
yeah, if anything's going to make you go crazy, that's pretty much it.
Man. But yeah, like this, I've butchered that entire thing. Anyone who actually knows about her is like, oh, you fully fucked that.
Ah, you give me the gist.
The gist is that she's amazing.
Is she?
I think so.
How many innocent bystanders got murdered in the...
How many of her innocent bystanders got murdered by Romans?
Oh, you got me.
Mm.
Yeah, but there's an eye for an eye.
Leaves the whole world blind. No, it doesn't. It leaves one guy with one eye left.
Yeah, but that's not how it goes.
Right? This is an odd, even binary question to work out. You take my eye. I take yours. You take mine. None.
Everyone's blind.
But if that keeps going, if it's just us two, yeah, we're both blind. But if you take my eye and I take someone else's eye and we all keep doing that.
Everyone's blind.
Yeah, I suppose they would still end up blind.
Because the point is that you don't stop. An eye for an eye. Because it's not an eye, it's not one eye for an eye.
Right, but the last guy...
eye for an eye, and then you will then take my eye for taking your eye, and then I take your eye for taking my eye. We're all blind.
Except for the person who is about to get their eye snatched last only has to defend themselves against infinite amounts of blind people. Well, not infinite, but it's pretty easy to run away from lots of blind people, right?
Yeah, but then there's only one person left with one eye.
And they would become the god, I guess, because they're the only one that can see stuff.
Yeah, but I'm sure one of those blind million people would fucking get in.
Either way. Just through chance.
Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. That is...
It's a lovely note to leave it on. Positive.
Yeah. I fully believe that.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm quite a pacifist for the most part, so...
I believe things can be resolved a lot better. Conversation.
Yeah, same.
Violence is bad.
And that is this conversation resolved.
With that said, if someone fucked me, I'd probably kill them. But you know.
You let me fuck you.
That's an emotional reaction.
Yeah. It's not necessarily the best reaction.
It's not necessarily my beliefs.
No.
This is it. That is a pretty sad ending to this.
Let's go get some food and perk up.
Oh, man. I haven't thought about food for a while because we were talking about Boudica and shit. Now I'm back on food. Woo! Let's get some food.
Yeah. Bye.